were easy to, I think a little bit moderate level of questions were there. So presence of mind and little bit of logic would have solved your forensic medicine questions. So let's start with the first question. So presence of mind and little bit of logic would have solved your forensic medicine questions. So let's start. So the first question, and I must tell you that all these questions which we got are recall questions. So there may be some discrepancies in the construction of the questions or the options, but mostly I think they are 90% they are correct. So we'll see with the first question. It says two friends were working together at a construction site. At a construction site, a hammer fell from one and struck the other friend's head. The CT scan revealed a skull fracture showing a inward depression at the site of impact. What type of fracture is this? क्वेश्चन में ही आंसर है. ओके एंड आपके पास एक सीटी इमेज भी है, समथिंग लाइक दिस, एंड देयर इज अ फ्रैक्चर ओवर हियर एंड द फ्रैगमेंट इज गोइंग डाउन. So the answer to this question is a depressed fracture. As you can see in the CT image also, it's a depressed fracture. There should not be any doubt in this question. It's a clear cut question. Now moving on to the second one. This question came from the latest, uh, advancement in forensic medicine, in which they have changed IPC, CRPC to BNS and BNSS. So this question says a female died due to an unnatural cause within 7 years of marriage. Within 7 years of marriage is considered as dowry death. Okay. And allegations have been raised. The inquest will be conducted under which section? Okay. So the correct answer to this question will be 196 BNSS and 176 CRPC. Okay. So this is magistrate inquest. Okay. And this 194 BNSS and 174 CRPC is police inquest. Okay. So this is also a simple fact based question. It's if you know, you know, if you don't know, you cannot apply logic in these kind of questions. So if it is a magistrate inquest, it is 196 BNSS, which was earlier under 176 CRPC, and if it is a police inquest, it is under 194 BNSS, which was previously known as 174 CRPC. So this was a clear cut question. Moving on to third question. A boy fell while playing and suffered an abrasion injury on his knees. The injury is dark brown in color. How many days old is the injury likely to be? So talking about abrasion, we know if it is fresh, it will look bright red. If it is 12 to 24 hours, it will look reddish, dark red or reddish. Why? Because lymph and blood dries, which leaves up a bright scab. Okay. If you talk about 2 to 3 days, it will look reddish brown, and within 4 to 7 days, it will look dark brown in color, and after 7 days the scab will fall off. So the answer to this question will be 4 to 7 days. It is also a very easy question. You just need to remember the timeline and the color changes within the timeline of abrasion. Moving on to the next question. Again, it is from magistrate inquest only. Which of the following condition will a magistrate conduct the inquest instead of the police? So when the family is not satisfied with the police is a wrong option. Death by bullet also is a vague wrong option, and third is dowry death is the right answer. Okay, so this was also a simple question. I've told you in my class also where we can conduct magistrate inquest. A, B, C, D, E, there were mental asylum death. Then I've told you in the theory also, so you can go through it. So the option to this question which is correct is dowry death. Magistrate will conduct the inquest. Okay. Next question is leading questions can be allowed in which of the following? Leading question is allowed in cross examination. Okay. Moving on. A lady died under mysterious circumstances within 3 years of marriage. Again, the same topic. Her parent alleged frequent dowry demands. Who will conduct the inquest in this case? Magistrate. Okay. Dowry death is magistrate inquest. Okay. Now, a doctor receives 2 summons, one for giving evidence in a criminal case and another for a civil case. Both courts are of the same rank, and the criminal case summon was received 2 days earlier. Which court should the doctor prioritize? What would be the answer to this question? So if you have 2 summon, one of criminal court and other one is of civil court, of the same date, you should prefer the criminal court summon. Okay. If at all both summon are of civil court, then you have to see the higher court. If civil case, if both summon are of civil case, then you have to see which court is higher. You have to prefer that one. Then if the courts are same, dates are same, both are civil cases, then you will see which summon you have received earlier, you will prefer going to that summon. Okay. So here in this question, the answer will be criminal court. You will prefer criminal court over civil. Moving on, a deceased individual exhibit rigor mortis and cold body temperature, that is livor mortis, with lividity present and no primary flaccidity. Based on these observations, you have to estimate the time since death. Now, for rigor mortis, we know the rule of 12. Okay, it will take 12 hours for rigor mortis to cover whole muscles of the body. Then 12 hours it will stay, and after 12 hours it will go, something like that. Livor mortis start within few minutes after death, and lividity, it will take 6 hours to appear, then again it will take 6 hours to get fixed. So here in this question the best option would be 8 to 12 hours. 8 to 12 hours. Okay, all questions were very easy. You just have to be a little bit present in the exam and use your presence of mind, and I think all questions were very easy in forensic medicine. What next question is, what is the maximum time after death within which the corneal transplantation is performed? Simple, it is 6 hours. Okay, it is 6 hours. Next is, a person was stabbed in the thigh with a knife, resulting in a wound measuring 1 centimeter into 3 centimeter in depth. How would you classify this wound? Now, if the weapon is knife and it is stabbed in thigh, it would be penetrating wound. It would be penetrating wound. Okay. I'm not sure with the options, but the answer here, which is the most correct, is penetrating wound. Now, after a myocardial infarction, TTC staining reveals a brick red color. How much time has elapsed since the infraction? So the answer to this question would be 2 to 3 years. Okay, why? Because for any gross observation at least 2 hours are needed. So the answer for this question will be 2 to 3 hours. For any gross observation you need at least more than 2 hours. So for this question the answer, the best option is 2 to 3 hours. All other options are less than 2 hours. Okay, so this was all in forensic medicines. Forensic medicine questions were so easy. This time you have got at least 3 to 4 questions in magistrate inquest. Okay, so they have basically targeted the questions which are actually needed in the day-to-day life for a forensic medicine doctor. Okay, so I hope you all have done good in your exam. All the best for the result. Thank you.